Hi there, and welcome to Hi there, and welcome to Torino 2 of the third season. I would like to thank all my patrons for their kind donations to keep this channel going. Thank you very much. You guys are the reason why this show is still on air. Thank you very, very much. So when you support this channel, you do get when you do donate to this channel and keep us going, you definitely get a copy of the Busternet, a Football Manager's Guide, my book. And if you keep donating, then you also entitled to the updates that I issue for the book. And yes, I use a lot of what I write in the book in the shows. And right now we have this match against Real Madrid coming right up, so this should be a lot of fun. Real Madrid we're gonna be playing this match in a few days time, and before we get to that match, I'd like to take a look at the tactic I'm using with Torino. Well, they use a slightly different system than the one I put in the 4-2-3-1 video. As you can see, it's different. The first match I played with this tactic, it was different as well. I used an inverted wing back. I pushed him up here. Then in the next match, I used a slightly different 4-2-3-1. So I modify my 4-2-3-1 depending on the opposition that I play. In the match in our last match, we played Genoa. 4-2 win we had. I used my 4-2-3-1. Genoa were playing with a 4-3-1-2 in that match, and we had to use a slightly different 4-2-3-1. Why? Because Genoa were attacking me down the flanks with their wing backs, so I couldn't very well launch my two boys up, happily go and wall up them. I was going to get my ass whipped. So this was a real great game, action both ways. 6 goals in this match. It was fantastic viewing. Z Gomez scoring 2 goals, Aisa Mandi with 1 goal, and Daniel Baselli again pitching in with another goal. So I'm very happy. The system did pretty okay. I was very happy. Z Gomez's goal was beautiful. He dribbled the length of the pitch to score 1 goal, which is kind of nice to see. But I don't think the best of Z Gomez is yet to come. Still a long way off for that boy. In terms of our next match, Real Madrid Champions League Group G, this is going to be a tough group for us because we have Monaco, Celtic. We've got to go to Hampden Park. Hampden Park is such a legendary venue. One of these days I must go to Hampden Park because it's one of those places I have to visit in my lifetime. So Real Madrid, Celtic and Monaco, these are the 3 big teams that we have to face. So yeah, and if you watched the last show, you probably are aware that I spoke about something called the notebook. So I hope you guys are using the notebook for your needs in the game. Okay, so now it's time for the match between Torino and Real Madrid. Now, okay, they're coming in with a 4-2-3-1. So now when 2 4-2-3-1s go head to head, guess what happens? The team with the better attributes, they should win. That's the match engine. So what we try to do is we try to create imbalances in the system so that we can actually win somewhere. So the ideal place for you to create an imbalance in the system is in midfield. If you can control midfield, then you either snuff out their chances of attacking you, and you can create your own. So here we have to try and find a way for us to beat them in midfield, and they were Cruz and Modric in midfield, 2 very dangerous players. The moment the ball gets to either Bale, basically the moment the ball gets into their attacking third, we are in trouble, because between Ronaldo, James Rodriguez, Benzema, and I think that's James Rodriguez, is it? I'm not sure. Yeah, between James Rodriguez, Ronaldo and Benzema, they'll tear us to bits. So we're gonna have to play differently here, and I'm gonna have to think of. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this guy into an attacking playmaker on support, because here I want them to drag people around. So he's going to dribble less and he's going to stay wider. Here Paragini will be told to dribble less as well, because both my players, they're not very good on the ball. You see, the dribbling is only 15, off the ball is only 14. I mean, it's still decent, but the first touch is 13. So I'm not too confident in them taking those players on. So we'll try and see whether I can stretch them. Now here I'm going to pull Mr. Z Gomez down into support duty, and hopefully this gives Vito Bueno some ability to charge at the line. Once again, I have to create an imbalance here. So one way of doing it, we're using this system is to actually turn this guy into an inverted wing back, and we should be able to do something. So I'm going to ask him to close it down even more. And Mandi, he's going to have to dribble less and play fewer risky passes. I don't want him taking too many chances. So there we have our setup at the moment. This guy is going to stay wide. I'm going to leave him alone for now. I could use him as an inside forward, but the thing is that he doesn't have Paragini. Compared between Paragini and the other one, his dribbling is also 15. I'm not too confident in either one of them getting past, but what I can do is try and play him as an inside forward. Okay, and tell him to shoot less often. Okay, so this could work. Tell him to stay wider as well. So he is going to tuck out a bit wide, and we'll see how this goes. But I want to do enough to occupy their fullbacks and the central defenders here, so I can create some space for my two players up top. In terms of my mentality, I'm going to play counter, and I'm going to play defensive, very fluid, and we will have a defensive line of normal and pass into space for the start of the game. And I'm going to defensive structured. I'm going to try and use the space that is created, and we'll see how this goes for the first couple of minutes of the game. And I'll be changing things on the fly depending on what I'm faced with. So here you go, you can see Ronaldo, Bale. This is a very talented team that I'm faced against. Okay, I'm playing quite deep, so that's going to be a concern of mine. If I find that we're too close to our defensive line and we're allowing them too much space around my defensive line, then I'll have to make changes. Vitor Bueno with the ball, plays it out to Paragini. Paragini has been told to stay wide. You see what happens? He can't tackle, he can't dribble. Williams was on him like a flash. Okay, so that was the pass into space shout, which didn't really work. Bale inside the box, and he's trying to carve out a chance to score. It's not an easy one. Padelli now with the goal kick to Jansen. Jansen back to Ramos. Ramos to Mandi. 8 minutes in. Overall, okay, midfield seems to be doing okay. Carvalho to Cruz. Cruz to Varane. Varane to James Rodriguez. Back to Sergio Ramos. Now to Ronaldo. Has to work himself into an opportunity to strike a goal. Mandi. Bale from outside has to pass it back to Luka Modric. Back to Cruz. Benazzi, Bale again. Shoots from range. They can keep doing that the whole game. I'll be happy. Carvalho with a throw back to Varane. Once again, if I'm having problems pronouncing some of their names, I do apologize. Danilo Avila, he couldn't get the ball. Benzema was surprisingly fast. James Rodriguez puts pressure. Modric now. Cruz, Benzema shoots from range. Okay, let them shoot from range for a while. I have to see this out for a few minutes more before I make a change. Toni Kroos, James Rodriguez again. Ronaldo, Benzema shoots from range again. Okay, all right, we're gonna push up a bit. We're gonna go counter now. Mentality will still be the same, and we're gonna take a bit more risk now. Mandi to Benazzi. That was a bad pass from Benazzi to James Rodriguez. Back to Modric to Bale. Has to shoot from range once again. Toni Kroos with the ball. Williams crosses in. Jansen reads the pass. James. Bale shoots again. They can't find an easy shot at my goal. Okay, looking half decent defensively, that is, but I'm still not doing anything. It's just Real Madrid attacking me at the moment. Mandi, Benazzi, Benzema, dangerous position, shoots. Padelli forced into a save. Okay. Alright, we're going to go very fluid now. I want to bring my players closer together and get more people involved in the transitions. Block, Victor Bueno has come deep. He's got Paragini nearby. Z Gomez now with the ball. Back to Benazzi. Benazzi to Poli. Poli to Victor Bueno. Bueno, oh, what a pass to De Paul to Z Gomez. Shoots and yes! Torino have taken the lead. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I don't believe it is such a great goal. Oh my goodness. I was patiently waiting. You hit me, you hit me. I was up punching back for the first few 20 over minutes. And then I thought, okay, fine, it's time for a change. And they have, wow, Zigo, man, you beauty. Rip right through the middle. Okay, they're definitely going to come at me now. So I'm going to go back to flexible. So we're going to take a bit down a notch and not involve so many players. Oh, number 10, who's that? One of my players is injured. If it's one of the more important players, I'm in trouble. Hopefully it's not Benazzi. Poli shoots, and who's this now? Victor Bueno. He's gonna have to keep going. I don't have another AMC. And then my adventures with the 4-2-3 will come to a premature end because Victor Bueno is injured. Okay, Victor Bueno goes into the box. Arrives. Oh, it's gonna be a corner. No, it's not. Okay, an exhilarating start from Torino against the run of play. We met our first opportunity, really, a goal, and we scored. Gareth Bale to James. Tony Cruz now. He's Victor Bueno is like not doing very well at the moment, so I'm gonna have to take him off. Benazzi, Z Gomez, Victor Bueno. I wonder what his injury is, because I think I shut down the match feed settings, so I don't know idea what is his problem. Okay, ends up in the side nettings. We'll have to wait until the end of the first half. Okay, yep, tepid is the word. Okay, so what's his injury? Potential hand injury. Okay, you don't need your hands to play football, so okay. Things are going well, but you are capable of a lot better. And in case he gets injured, I can bring on nobody. Yeah, that's it. He's the only AMC in my team. Okay, James to Luka Modric, Varane, and De Paul. Okay, he was there. It wasn't good enough to prevent that pass. I think they've changed. They've become a bit more fluid in their attack, so they got quite a few people coming in. So they got a few like fullbacks on. They are fullbacks on support. They're not really on attack. So I'm not gonna overcommit my fullbacks right now. Danilo Avila with the throw to De Paul. De Paul to Z Gomez. Z Gomez, come on, do what you're supposed to do. Danilo Avila back to De Paul. De Paul. He's gonna. Yeah, that's what I want him to do. I want him to pull players apart. Danilo Avila back to Z Gomez. Now to Peragini. Peragini to Victor Bueno shoots. Oh, what a nice opportunity. They created space for the shot, but he wasn't accurate. Okay, so now we can go to key highlights. That's enough of the extended highlights. Victor Bueno, 76%. I might bring on Valdi Fiori, but he's not a AMC, so he's going to have to play very high up the pitch. Ronaldo dribbles. Mandi reads that to Modric. Modric to Bale. To Modric. To Benzema. No! Girl! Ronaldo. Thank God for that. Okay. Alright, I think I'll take Victor Bueno off. He's gonna bring on my captain. Marco Valdi Fiori. Can you imagine? I'm actually putting a DM in the EMC slot. Okay. He's got 17 for passing as well, so, and he's got a long shot on him, so I don't know, he might come in handy. Okay, 63rd minute, 64th minute. Okay, we're doing enough of the hopefully we have enough going in midfield to control this. Modric to Cruz in the air, and Benzema is true, he's gonna shoot, and he misses so narrowly. Please, I don't like playing a 4-2-3-1 against Real Madrid. I'm only doing this because my patrons Some of them have been talking about a 4-2-3-1, and some people are having issues with a 4-2-3-1. So I'm making a 4-2-3-1. So if your 4-2-3-1 doesn't have very good players, yes, this is how you're going to feel in a game. You're going to be stressed out. You're going to have to think about how you're going to control pockets of space in midfield. Poli to Z Gomez. Z Gomez looks for Valdi Fiori. Valdi Fiori in the box. Captain misses. I don't believe it. Valdi Fiori was true. Had a chance to put the ball into the back of the net, but he couldn't. Okay, so 88 minutes. Okay, this is where Real Madrid is going to throw the kitchen sink at me. So I'm going to retain possession, stop passing into space. A bit of control needed, boys. We only got a short while left. Paragini with the ball, goes out wide, crosses it. Z Gomez. Oh, I don't believe it. Oh, that could have been our 2-0. But the referee is going to blow the whistle any moment. Yes, yes, he does. Torino 1, Madrid 0. We have finally beaten them in 90 minutes. I don't think we need to address anything specific right now. Oh, screw you. Well done. They played well. This was a game of patience. Okay, we control midfield. I'm happy with that. And in terms of my players, if you look at the average positions, it's probably not going to make sense. Without the ball, Torino looked like this. This is the first half. This is what we look like without the ball. You can see this pocket of space here. This was what I was worried about when I played with the inverted wing back. But I needed the inverted wing back because in midfield, I need some control in midfield against their two, so that these two guys get some support from the inverted wing back, and with this guy coming in towards the end of by the time the second half started, this is what we ended up looking like, and yeah, for large periods of time we looked okay. So basically, I had like a tree, and I had these guys here, so we put pressure on their midfield. Okay. With the ball, we ended up looking like that. I really didn't care how we looked like with the ball at that point, because I was more concerned about keeping Real Madrid at bay. They have such a good system, so what am I supposed to do? I can't beat their system. These are my triangles for the game, and I have to admit, this was a very, 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 very good game for me. I like this game because we beat a team that is playing a 4-2-3-1 that is with attributes that they have a much better 4-2-3-1 than I do. So if I look at all my passing triangles, they were okay. I'm happy with the way we set it up, and it was a tough game for us, and I am indeed happy with how we did. Oops. Continue to the post-match analysis. So you can see the first half, remember the first 10 minutes, I didn't have a shot on goal. It was all Real Madrid. We were punching back for a large period of time. And it was a pretty tough game for us, and we have done well. We've beaten Real Madrid and pocketed £1.29 billion in the process. And yeah, what a match. So we keep our winning streak going. So we beat Cittadella, we beat Genoa, and now we've beaten Real Madrid. The goal of this Torino Diaries was very simple. A long show with a 4-2-3-1 inside it. And I have to admit, I'm actually surprised that I beat Real Madrid. I did not expect to beat Real Madrid. They are a much better side than we are. And I had to make adjustments to the 4-2-3-1 so that I could win the battle in midfield. And that I did by using an inverted wing back. However, when you use an inverted wing back, you really have to be very careful, because he will leave a pocket of space available on the flank that he is working on. So you gotta think about how you're gonna get width as well. So that's the reason why I changed this player into an attacking playmaker on support, so that he doesn't lose the ball. Okay, he's dribbling the ball. I do know he's gonna cut inside a bit, but I told him to stay wider. By telling him to stay wider, I gave the inverted wing back a bit more space to play in, and we did okay in terms of the passing triangles. It was a good game, and my inverted wing back turned out a 7.5 for the match, which is phenomenal. Okay, he intercepted 8 plays, and Marco Benazzi and Andrea Poli, they both did a very good job in midfield, intercepting a lot. As you can see, Real Madrid actually played a lot better than me. They are a much better team. So they broke up our play a lot more times than we broke up their play. And yeah, so if you're going to use this 4-2-3-1 consistently with your teams, you got to be very, very careful about how you set it up, because a 4-2-3-1 can easily be overturned by a lot of systems. It is not the best, in my opinion, not one of the best systems out there, because you got to keep thinking on your feet. And if you it's not a plug and play, you pop it in and you expect to win. You don't have to do many changes because you're controlling a pitch area. No, the 4-2-3-1, if you have very good players, yes, it is. But if you have average players, nah, then you have to play like what I did just now, observe things in the game and make changes on the fly. Well, I hope you enjoyed this edition of the Torino Diaries. This was actually brought to you by your patrons because they asked for it. And I noticed that some of them were having an issue with the 4-2-3-1, so I put it up. If you want to find out more information on where you can get my book, which is Busternet, a Football Manager's Diary, please visit my Patron page at www.patron.com/Busternet. And if you want to find me on Twitter, my Twitter handle is @Busternet. I hope to hear from you guys very soon, and I hope you like this video. And you take care. I'll catch up with you guys again soon. Bye bye.